You ever had a dog chase you like you owe him money? You're being chased like you're a two-piece dinner with a side biscuit. Let me tell you how a car accident and a handshake put you in this mess. Some accidents change what a person can do. This one changed what a person can feel. They made it out of that car, but something came back with them that wasn't there before. I'm Cowboy Tory. I've looked at this case from both sides. I've got my verdict at the end of the show. Natural or supernatural. We're going to find out if you saw what I saw. 6 months out of the hospital, and your doctor told you to get out of the house. Those were his exact words. Get out of the house. This is probably not what he had in mind. Everything checked out fine medically. But every now and then, that hand would remind you it had been through something. A tingling that showed up quiet and uninvited. A friend needed company, and the company came with a ticket to a professional kickboxing match. And then you saw this fighter walk into the ring. His glasses were still on his face, like he either forgot to take them off or decided he simply did not have to. He was a big man and well composed, moving like he had done this more times than he could count, and still found it worth showing up for. Those glasses had no business being in a professional ring. Nobody told him that, and he was clearly not looking for that conversation. He won the match, and he won it clean. The other guy came ready to fight, but Bubba came ready to finish. The crowd applauded, and you applauded with them, mostly out of respect for the glasses. After the match, your friend knew him and took you backstage to the locker room. Somebody handed Bubba a towel, and he was not even breathing hard. Your friend made the introduction. Bubba extended his hand, and you shook it. All of a sudden, you saw a room, a door, and a hallway. The whole image moved through you in under a second, and then it was gone. You blinked, and Bubba was still standing right there in front of you. He did not look surprised or concerned. He was just watching you, the way someone watches when they already know what just happened. But by Thursday, that room is still sitting behind your eyes like a bill that's overdue. So you do something reasonable people don't do on a Thursday night. You go looking for it on foot because something about driving felt wrong. Your body made that decision before your brain caught up, which is becoming a pattern with you lately. You start moving. No destination, just direction, letting the feeling steer. On the first block, there was construction. The whole sidewalk was blocked. You go right. A dog was on the second block. Somebody's very large, very confident dog who has decided that particular stretch of pavement belongs to him personally and everything on it, including you. You do not negotiate with that dog. You run. That dog is not interested in a conversation. That dog has a whole agenda. You are sprinting now, full speed, past a dumpster, around a corner, through a gate that barely closes in time. You stop, breathing hard, hands on your knees, and you look up. At the end of the alley, the street opens up into a neighborhood, houses with porches, street lamps, quiet, the kind of block that minds its own business. And then you see it, one house at the end, a warm light coming from inside, specific, familiar. The room from the Flash, that dog, ran you straight to it. You're going to need a minute. The door isn't locked, which is either an invitation or a problem. You stop being able to tell the difference. You push it open. The room is exactly what the flash showed you. Same walls, same light, same layout. Your brain recognition is doing that thing, where it confirms something it shouldn't already know. Unsettling doesn't cover it. And then you see her, an elderly woman, on the floor, conscious, but not for long, hand on her chest, breathing wrong, the kind of breathing that has a deadline attached to it. She looks up at you, no surprise on her face, like she knew somebody was coming, like she'd been waiting on whoever was going to come through that door. You don't think, you move, you get down there with her, you call 911, you keep her talking, keep her with you. You don't know this woman. What you know is that a man at a kickboxing match shook your hand on Saturday, and a dog with a personal vendetta chased you to this exact door on Thursday. And this woman is alive right now because both of those things happen in exactly that order. The paramedics arrive. They take over. You step back. The older woman reaches out and grabs your wrist before they wheel her out. She looks at you for a long moment. I prayed somebody would find me, she says. This morning, I prayed. You don't have an answer for that. You just nod and let her go. You stand in that empty room for a while. Just you and the light under the door that led you here. Agent Bubba doesn't talk much. Never has. He just moves through the human side and brings back what he finds. Investigation is his job. The explanation is mine. He handed me the sketchbook. Let's go ahead and make our verdicts. Verdict 1, the handshake. After a serious trauma, the brain sometimes opens up doors it had closed. Things you couldn't do before the accident, you can suddenly do after it. Scientists call it acquired savant syndrome. The Zulu people call it a calling that arrives through trauma, something that opens a person up to what others cannot access. My verdict, supernatural. The brain had the vision. Something else knew where to send it. Verdict 2, the dog chased you to the right place. The natural side says dogs are territorial, and you panicked and ran, and the street just happened to end somewhere. That's their story. The supernatural side says that route was too precise to be an accident. My verdict, natural. That dog wasn't sent. He was just mean. But where he ran you to, that's a whole different case entirely. Verdict 3, the woman's face. She prayed that morning, not out of habit. She prayed specifically that somebody would find her if she would need help. And then she looked up when that door opened, and there was no surprise on her face. She was waiting, like she already knew. The answer was on the way. My verdict, supernatural. That is a little more than coincidence. Now, before we close this case, you've been watching. You made your call at the top. Natural or supernatural? Drop it in the comments and tell me which moments you called natural and which ones you called supernatural. And if you caught something in this case I didn't call, let me know. I may have missed one. I'm Cowboy Tory, and if you shake someone's hand and something moves, don't ignore it. Somebody out there is depending on you. This was a Mystery Cowboy case.